Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at our 2025 Colorado Buffaloes football team. This is Deion Sanders' third year. The expectations are massive. Year 3 for a lot of coaches is usually the season when you have to live up to the expectations. It's put up or shut up time. This is your roster. But hey, he showed what he did last season, 9-4 season last year. They have some lofty expectations this season. They have some building blocks for the future. We're going to break down this 2025 Colorado Buffaloes football team. We're going to look at the offense, the defense, the coaching staff. We're going to go game by game, and we are going to give our final predictions on every game this season and on the final record for the Colorado Buffaloes. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, you agree with me, disagree with me, what are your thoughts on these games? What are your thoughts on the outcome for the Colorado Buffaloes this season? Any comment you drop below, I will make sure that I respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look at the pinned comment below. We have 3 tiers for the member teams. If you sign up there, guys, I would definitely appreciate it. But let's not waste any more time. Obviously, we already talked about the Colorado Buffaloes. This is the 2025 prediction for them. Vegas right now is predicting Colorado to come in at 6.5 wins. I think last season was like 4.5, 5.5. They didn't even have them making a bowl last season, and they went 9-4. Massive expectations. Yes, they lost their bowl game, but hey, no matter what, 9 wins for Colorado. Deion Sanders improving every single season. Can he keep that momentum going into year 3? He's got a lot of new pieces. He has new faces on offense. He has new faces on defense, but thankfully for him, he does have some continuity on the coaching staff this season. Robert Livingston coming back as the defensive coordinator / safeties coach. Pat Schumer coming back as the offensive coordinator / quarterbacks coach. But there's no doubt they're going to miss some of the pieces they lost from last season. They had an extremely talented veteran wide receiver core. Actually, one of the more underappreciated wide receiver cores in the nation. I would say they had a top 5 wide receiver core last season. They had Sheddur Sanders. He's gone. He was the best Buffalo quarterback we've seen in a really long time. Obviously, you had Travis Hunter, the reigning Heisman champ, the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft. Players like that can't leave and you not miss them, or they wouldn't be the great players they were. Someone performing at that high of a level when they leave, it's probably going to take 2 to 3 players just to fill Travis Hunter's shoes, if they can even do that. The guy was a 2-way player. You're going to miss that. You're going to miss Sheddur Sanders, experienced veteran quarterback, but you do have some new, younger guys coming up. Obviously, Colorado, they hit the portal. They've also been recruiting at the quarterback position. You have Caden Salter coming in. You have Julian Lewis. One is a decorated transfer portal quarterback. One is a 5-star high school quarterback. Who's going to be the starter game 1? What guy is going to cement himself forward? Whoever starts game 1, potentially might not be the starter game 6. We'll just have to wait to see. But no matter what, looking at the team, the wide receiver core recruited through the portal. Miller, Brown, Draylon Miller, Williams, McKell, Timmons Jr. There's a lot of weapons there in this wide receiver core. We just haven't gotten to see them as the full-time starters yet with that veteran group you had last season. The defensive line actually led the Big 12 in tackles for a loss, quarterback pressure, sacks last season. That front 7, obviously, they've had some moving coaching-wise. They had one of their coaches go to Miami. But this is a team that showed massive improvement. Their biggest knock the season before last was what they did in the trenches. They answered on the offensive line. They answered on that defensive front 7. They massively improved at the line of scrimmage. That's where you want to build these teams, from the line out. That's the only way to win, really, in modern college football right now. But no matter what, they actually have a pretty decent 12-game Big 12 schedule. It's not the easiest schedule. It's not the hardest schedule. But with them coming in at 6.5 wins, we're going to break all these games down. Can they get back to a bowl game? Can they improve on that 9-win total last season? That's a lot to ask right now with a new year potentially starting quarterback coming in. But let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's start going over this schedule game by game. They start out the season Saturday, August 30th versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech here coming to Colorado. Georgia Tech, do not sleep on this Yellow Jacket team. This is a very competitive team. They should have beat the Georgia Bulldogs in the last game of the regular season, 8 overtime game. The refs did steal that one from them. They were not a fully healthy team last year. They get Jamal Haynes, one of the better running backs in the nation. He'll be back as that full-time starter. When this guy's running downhill, he's a very difficult matchup. And then you have Haynes King coming back at the quarterback position. He can throw for 3,000 yards. He can run for 1,000 yards. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He extends plays with his legs, If Colorado comes in here and plays a sloppy game, if they have turnovers, you do not want to give this ball to the Georgia Tech offense, which is mainly a ground-focused game. When you have a rushing attack like that, they run the ball, they control time of possession. That means they are keeping it away from Colorado's offense's hands. This game might be close for the first little bit, but I will go with Georgia Tech, which is a veteran, experienced squad, over the younger Colorado Buffaloes. Game's close first half, but Georgia Tech takes the second half. Georgia Tech wins 30-21, and Colorado starts out 0-1. And then you have a newcomer to the FBS Saturday, September 6th versus Delaware, coming to play in Boulder, Colorado. This is a game after losing game one, guys. There's no reason to panic. If you're a Buffaloes fan, don't get all hopped up off of that first game. Younger quarterback, potentially a true freshman starting here. He's getting some reps. We're starting to see some things that didn't work game one, some things that they can change coming into this new FBS team. Obviously, Colorado, you were going to beat the crap out of Delaware. The game's not going to be close. You are starting to get a little more comfortable in this game, seeing some real Division I plays. I have Colorado winning this game, winning it handily. We'll say 48-17, and they're now 1-1. And then the next game's their first road game, Saturday, September 13th, at the Houston Cougars. This is Willie Fritz's team. He's a really good coach. He had to completely flip this roster last season. He had to continue to flip it this season. A lot of new faces here. Houston, their best players probably transferred off this past offseason. You have Colorado coming in here with the more talented roster. I do think this game is going to be coached. You have to respect Willie Fritz. He gets the most out of the players he has on his roster. But obviously with the talent advantage going Colorado, as long as they play a good, clean game, look for them to continue to improve as they gain more experience week by week. Colorado wins this one, but I do think it will be close, 28-24, and they're 2-1. And then our next game, guys, I always say whenever you play Wyoming, for some reason, it is always a trap game. Make sure to take this game serious. Don't get caught looking ahead. Saturday, September 20th versus the Wyoming Cowboys. Wyoming is one of those competitive teams. They always have underdog. They always have upset. Circle this game. Keep your eye on it. Take it week by week. I do think that the Buffaloes are going to win this game, but I think Wyoming is going to make it a very competitive game. But I have Colorado winning it 31-24, and they're 3-1. You start to see that they're starting to gain some momentum, especially as you get closer to Big 12 play. This is a team that beat Colorado in the bowl game Saturday, September 27th versus the BYU Cougars. When they had Retzlaff, I would have had BYU winning this game, but out of nowhere, all the off-the-field stuff, Retzlaff just out of nowhere transfers out of BYU. He's their star starting quarterback. BYU potentially was looking at a 10-11 win, potentially a playoff berth season. I feel so bad for them. The fans really got robbed here. They went from potentially winning the Big 12 to now you just hope they make a bowl game here. I don't know much about their starting quarterback because he was never supposed to be playing. No one has any info on him. I have to go with the more known commodity right now. I would have had BYU winning this game, but now I have Colorado winning it. You see, they're on a 4-game winning streak. They're 4-1 right now. I have them winning this game, but it's going to be close nonetheless. They take it 28-27. They're 4-1. And then you're going to be facing Sonny Dykes and that high-flying air raid offense Saturday, October 4th at TCU. This game is going to be in Fort Worth. This is going to be a tough game. Fort Worth, the air raid, Hoover, the stuff this guy did, one of the more efficient quarterbacks in all of college football. Every team was coming after this guy, trying to pry him away from TCU. He did not leave. He stayed loyal. And when you have a coach like this, he's going to get the most out of his offense. This team is going to score a lot of points, but the TCU defense has been atrocious for a while now. They're going to give up some points. Colorado will be able to flex their muscles here, try to get some scores, but I think TCU, as a veteran squad, in this same scheme, in the same system for a while, their offense is obviously going to have the edge here. Guys, don't panic. First-year quarterback potentially, but I have TCU winning this game, probably like a 38-24 game, and Colorado's 4-2. And then you're going to be facing another veteran experienced team Saturday, October 11th versus the Iowa State Cyclones. Whenever you're facing Matt Campbell, you always have to come prepared for a physical, disciplined team. This team is going to want to win this game at the line of scrimmage. They want to out-muscle you at the point of attack. Trench warfare type game. They're going to have a solid defense. They're going to have a good run game. Iowa State last season, a 10-win team, made it to the Big 12 championship. You got to keep your eye on this. This is where the meat of the schedule is for the Buffaloes, where they're going to have to really show their muscle, especially at the line of scrimmage. I have Iowa State winning this game. I think it's probably going to be a close game because Colorado's going to be playing some of their better football at this point of the season. But I do have them losing this game 28-23, and they're 4-3. And then another squad you have a lot of unknowns about. Saturday, October 25th, at the Utah Utes. Going to Utah is always extremely difficult for the road team. It is a rabid atmosphere. The fans love the Utah football team. Kyle Whittingham, one of the more underappreciated, longest tenured coaches in college football. You know they're going to have a good defense. You know they're going to be physical. You know they're going to have a good kicking game, a great special teams. But it is that defense that's going to be attacking Colorado. It's going to be an aggressive game. But obviously, with Cam Rising finally, for the love of God, finally leaving Utah after about 25 years playing quarterback. The guy was 48 years old, basically, by this point. He's gone. They're now able to move on, take that weight off of their shoulders of the guy only playing 6 snaps and getting hurt. They have Devin Dampier transferring over. He's a New Mexico quarterback. We know some things about him, but we haven't seen him in this game. Quarterback has been what's held Utah back from being even more competitive with the unknowns. I could see Utah. They are always an upset underdog team, but I'm going to go with Colorado winning a really close one. But I honestly think this game is going to be really sloppy for both teams, but Colorado wins it 23-20, 5-3. And then Saturday, November 1st, versus the Arizona Wildcats, you have Noah Fafita coming back, but McMillan's gone. That connection between those guys was great with his primary target gone, with one of the best wide receivers off to the NFL right now. Arizona, they didn't have the best offense. They didn't have the best defense. Colorado should be able to win this game unless they come in here and just play their worst style of football. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Colorado's going to win this game. I think they're going to win it 27-17, 6-3. And you cannot complain about that record right now. With Vegas predicting you at 6.5, you still have 3 games left, and you're half a game under the Vegas total. And then you have Rich Rodriguez, Saturday, November 8th at West Virginia, going to Morgantown, West Virginia. Very difficult place to play, especially if this is a night game. West Virginia, Rich Rodriguez coming back. This guy had massive success here. Think of that 2006 season where they should have, they almost made the national title. They lost that game at the very end, knocked themselves out. But West Virginia, it worked the first time around. It doesn't always work the second time around. The jury's still out here, but it is nice to see Rich Rodriguez back to where everything started. But college football has changed a lot the last 2 decades. Can he resurrect what he had originally back in those early 2000 seasons? It's going to take a while. He has to completely flip this roster, bring in his own crop, his own core players here. It's going to take some time. It's a 3 to 4 year project to completely flip the roster. Colorado has the edge here. I have Colorado winning this game, but I do think it's going to be a higher scoring game. They pull off the win, though, 33-30, 7-3. So at least right now, I have them overachieving and passing the Vegas win total so far, and there's still 2 games left. But unfortunately, those 2 games are probably their 2 toughest games of the season. Saturday, November 22nd versus Arizona State. Arizona State Sun Devils. This is a team that made the playoffs last season. Cam Scadaboo's gone. Sean Levitt, though, this is one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Right now, Vegas-wise, FanDuel predictions, he's top 5 predictions for the Heisman. Kenny Dillingham, these guys love playing for them. He's recruiting. He's working the portal at a high level. You have to say that Arizona State's probably going to have the talent edge here. This is a team that made the playoffs last season with their star quarterback returning. Colorado, good team last season. They don't have their star quarterback, so obviously Arizona State is going to be more of a veteran squad, more experience, and gosh, they really love playing for this young coach. I have Arizona State winning this one, but I think there's going to be some fireworks here, but they win it 35-27. Colorado is 7-4. And then closing out the season, Saturday, November 29th at the Kansas State Wildcats. This is a team, look, they are probably the front runner to win the Big 12 right now. They are one of the better coached teams in the nation. They get the most out of the talent on the roster. 3 4-star guys. They play on a national stage. This is a team that might make the playoffs, winning the Big 12. They have Avery Johnson as the quarterback, the highest recruited player in Kansas State history, a true dynamic dual threat quarterback. He can throw for probably 2,800 yards this season, run for 1,000 yards. They're always going to have a great ground game. They're going to be physical at the line of scrimmage. They have a defense. They have a underappreciated wide receiver core, but it is the discipline on the squad, especially on offense. Avery Johnson should be getting better every single season. They're the Vegas front runner to win the conference right now. I have Kansas State winning this game, but I think it's going to be a close game. It was a very, very close game last season, but I have Kansas State winning this one 30-20. Colorado finishes the season at 7-5. Guys, do not roll your eyes at. To me, this is not a rebuilding season. This is a retooling season. Travis Hunter gone. Sheddur Sanders gone. Horn, that great wide receiver core. They had to replace some position coaches. They had to replace their stars. but you have a lot of young players coming in. 7-5, a perfectly fine season, especially with that overachieving the 6.5 win total from Vegas. So I do have you reaching that, surpassing it. A 7-5 year now with a true freshman quarterback means 8-9 wins next season, and you keep building up, and then soon you win the Big 12. The future is bright here. Just continue to move forward. Guys, that's our early predictions here, our final predictions for the 2025-26 Colorado Buffaloes football team. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, do you agree with me, disagree with me? What are your thoughts on Colorado? What are your picks for these games? Let me know below, and I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.